Hey guys, I'm Martin.
And I'm Lewis.
And we're two guys and one girl. So tonight we're going to be switching it up a little. We're going to be doing Carne Asada fries and Jamaican jerk shrimp tacos. So I'm sure as you guys know, you can get your store-made Carne Asada and guacamole, but today we're going to show you guys how to do everything homemade, which is the way we prefer. So first tonight we're going to show you guys how to marinate the Jamaican jerk shrimp. Louis does have a sore throat, unfortunately, so he's not going to be able to talk as much. He's going to be doing the marinating, and I'll be explaining exactly what he's doing. First, we're going to go ahead and start with the olive oil, which is basically a binder for the marination process. What it's going to do is it's going to hold all the seasonings together and also help it cook. So now that we got the olive oil and the shrimp, we're going to go ahead and start with the basic seasonings. We're going to do salt and then pepper.
Remember, it has to be kosher salt.
Yes, kosher salt is the only way to go.
It's coarse, it's nice, retains the moisture like we said previously, and it gives a nice crust. We're going to hit it with some garlic powder. Then again, guys, especially with shrimp, do not be shy. The more the better. It can only help. And then we got some fresh garlic right here we just chopped up. We're going to add that in too. And then moving on to the next step is the Jamaican jerk seasoning. And then after that, we got chili powder. And the kind of flavor content we're going for is like something a little bit tangy, a little spicy, and a little herby. You know, it has that nice, those nice flavors, you know, going together. And on top of that too, what's going to help complement that is the cabbage we're going to be adding on top. Along with that is the guac and a lot of lime and lemon to give it that tanginess and that acidity that we want.
And last but not least, guys, we're going to go ahead and hit it with some super chunk, which is actually mine and Lou's personal faves. It's what we pretty much started when we started cooking. Reason why we like it is because it's pretty much all-in-one. It has your basic salt and pepper, rosemary, thyme, and a few other ingredients. But just going to top it off with that just to give it that extra taste. Alright guys, next up we're going to go ahead and start marinating the carne asada. Of course, first we're going to start with our binding with the olive oil. And once again, do not be shy. Just
You just got to lay it down.
And next is going to be one of our secret ingredients, orange juice. Alright.
I think we got enough orange juice now.
Yeah. Definitely got enough orange juice in there. Reason why we choose to use orange juice is because it gives us that acidic, sweet flavor and complements the rest of the seasonings that we put inside of it. Once it goes on the barbecue, for some reason, being cooked, just tastes really, really good. Next up, Lewis is squirting a bunch of limes on here and probably a couple lemons. And then from there, we'll start adding the seasonings to it. So following the pepper, when he's finished applying that, we're going to be putting garlic powder.
The reason why we're not using some fresh chopped garlic, which we would want to, is if we were going to have this in the fridge for a while, we'd probably prefer actual fresh garlic. Only issue with fresh garlic is when you have those chunks sticking on them and you're not cooking in a cast iron pan or on a skillet top, and you are cooking these on a barbecue or a smoker, the chunks of garlic seem to disappear. And it kind of seems to be like a little contradictory of...
It's like a waste.
Yeah, it's more of a waste of the garlic. You know, you never end up really getting that flavor unless when it's...
Looks great during the marination.
Yeah.
But yeah, next up, Lou is going to be applying chili powder.
Just a little.
Yeah, you don't want to go too much with that. That would probably be one of the only marinations we'd say to keep it down on.
That pepper's getting to me. And we got paprika right now. Once again, I don't know why we use paprika.
For the color.
But we do. So, and then we got some lemon pepper. Once again, we're trying to build on that peppery, tangy, acidic flavor. And then I got one of my go-tos is Traeger rub. And now, I mean, this rub really is extremely versatile. I mean, I use it on my tri-tip, I use it on carne asada, I use it on shrimp, I use it on anything and everything. And honestly, it gives it a really, 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 really complex flavor. And it's just a go-to. I always reach for that. Another one of our secrets for our carne asada is our ground cinnamon. And I even use this, you'll see in a later video, on some lamb loins. But just a little smidge, it gives it a little bit of that smoky flavor. It gives it a nice, rich flavor too. That's gonna complement the rest of them that we've been tacking on. And that's it.
Alright, so it's been about 15 minutes since we finished marinating the shrimp and carne asada. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the guacamole. It's a perfect timing to let the meat soak up all the marination and the juices and just get the stick together before we throw it on the barbecue.
Yes.
First, we're gonna go ahead, we can show you guys what we did. We have cut up parsley and cilantro, onion, tomato. This is gonna be for the guacamole. This purple cabbage is for the tacos. Now that we have it all inside the pot together with the avocado, we're gonna go ahead and put some olive oil just to bind it all up together. And from there, Louis is just gonna start mixing it up.
See, I'm using a fork. It's kind of separating the avocado a little bit. And then we're gonna, mix all the rest of the veggies and cilantro and parsley in. We're gonna mix it one more time. We're just gonna keep getting it so you get the kind of consistency you want. A little chunky. That's the way me and Martin, kind of like it.
Alright guys, so now we got the guac exactly where we want it. Next up, we're going to be applying all the seasonings to it. We're going to go ahead and start out with some salt. Then again, be very generous. Next, we're going to hit it with some pepper. And following the pepper is going to be limes and lemons. The beauty about making homemade guacamole would be you can add as you go. You don't be nervous if you're not going to be putting enough of salt, pepper, or lemon. As you're going, get a chip, try it out. If you think it needs more salt, all you got to do is add a little bit more. If you need a little bit more lemon or lime, go ahead and squeeze it in. You can do nothing but help it.
Boom.
Alright guys, so now that the guacamole is done being made, we're going to go ahead and season the purple cabbage. Like always, we're going to start out with a binding of olive oil.
Doing it barehanded because we're crazy.
You wash your hands?
No. Absolutely not. Got some kosher, coarse salt.
Hit it with some kosher salt, and then following will be the pepper.
And then to top it all off, all we got left is just some lemons. After the lemons are on, we're good to go. And when the taco's being made, this is what's gonna go on top of the shrimp. And a little bit of cheese. And that's it. And you got a really nice. I just love having the cabbage on it because it gives that freshness. Especially since we're cooking with olive oil and in a cast iron, kind of gets a little oily. It gets a little bit. It gets that savory flavor, but this is gonna freshen the taco up.
Makes you feel better about what you're eating, and it looks pretty cool too on the taco.
Yeah. Boom. So we got our handy dandy cast iron pan. We're gonna drop it down to low. We're gonna lube it up with a little bit of olive oil. We're going to let it float around, hit the surface of the pan, as so. Drop a little bit out, and then put it back on.
By the way guys, if you ever are cooking with one of these, make sure you always use an oven mitt before you pick it up because that handle is very hot.
Yeah. So then we're going to drop the shrimp in. We're going to mix them around. And right now we have it now dropped down to low. And what we really want to do is we want the flavors to render down, get to know each other, sink into the shrimp, hit the pan, get a little solidified, and then what we're gonna do is at the end, the final stages, after the carne asada is done, after the fries are done, which you're gonna see momentarily, then we're gonna blast to full heat for about like 5 or 6 minutes. They're gonna get nice and crunchy and exactly where we want them. But as of right now, we're gonna keep them from low to medium.
So So while the shrimp is cooking, we are preheating the barbecue for the carne asada, which is marinating still right over here. And also we are heating the oil for the french fries that we're going to make. And slowly as the shrimp is cooking, we are preheating some tortillas. And shortly you guys will see how we're going to form all the tacos. Alright guys, so now we got the deep fryer ready. Green light is on, which means we are a go. I will be honest with you guys. The potatoes are store-bought, already cut and made to just fry. Me and Lewis have been prepping for the desert for the past few days, and we did not have time to cut fresh potatoes.
So don't judge us. Yeah,
don't judge us on that. You may think it's just as easy as throwing french fries in here. I promise you it's not, unless you want to burn yourself. So most fryers will have this thing to help you elevate it up here. Go ahead and dump them in over here. Right away you're going to be able to hear the sizzles. It's not even in yet. So you're going to want to drop it down nice and slow. And you will, which if you can put it in more, you will see the oil start to rise. After you drop it down in there, a lot of people, what they do, they just drop it down and leave it inside there. Usually what happens when they do that, the french fries will stick together. So what we like to do is we get like a pair of tongs or a spoon, something long where we're not going to burn ourselves, and just go ahead and stir it up inside. It separates everything and everything fries on its own.
Man, this will take about 7 minutes or 8 minutes to cook. So in the meantime, since our carne asada is thin and already marinated, the barbecue's at the right temperature, about 350 for almost 400. We're going to go ahead and throw the carne asada on. We're going to crank this up. And by the time both of them are ready, we'll have all the ingredients ready. And we'll start making our plate, man, because we're starving. And it's about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we're ready to eat. We've been working all day.
That's it. Stay tuned.
First, we're going to lube up the grill for the carne asada.
Fire is your friend.
Yes, sir. Next now, we're going to go ahead and throw it on.
Lay it out nice and flat. And as you guys can tell, this is thin meat. So it really doesn't take that long.
I'd say no longer than 1 minute to 2 minutes on each side.
This is what I call a symphony of flavor. Quote me on that. Post it on Google. That came from me.
Alright guys, so this is what the carne asada looks like before we're going to take it off the grill. As mentioned in the previous video, we don't really go by timing. We go usually by just the look of the meat. And also feeling, but when it's this thin you can't really feel. This one's going to be more of just going by the look. Alright guys, so carne asada and shrimp are both cooked. Next step, we're going to be cutting up the carne asada and deshelling the shrimp. Reason why we cooked it with the shrimp tails is because it does add a little bit of flavor. While Lewis is going to be cutting all this up, I'm going to go ahead and check on the fries. Looks like the fries are ready. We're going to let it drain a little bit, get all the oil out as much as we can before we put it in the pan. Before putting it in the pan, we did lay a piece of napkin over it to soak up any leftover oil. Tony's, it's very good. It's just like applying salt as a replacement, except it has a couple spices in it that just bring out the flavor.
So now we're going to make a couple tacos. Some shrimp tacos. We got flour tortillas right here. Now, we're going to start with the base. It's going to be some shrimps. Let's do it, whatever seems right. 4 of them. And then we're going to do 1 of them with a little bit of mango salsa, locally made at some store we usually buy at. And then the other one we're going to keep plain. And then after that, we're going to add a little bit of guac right on top. Boom. And then we're going to put a little bit of cheese. And then we're going to put some cabbage. Boom. Got a little bit more on there. A little bit more. And that's it. There you go. So you got Jamaican jerk shrimp topped with mango salsa, freshly made guac. This is a mixture of mozzarella, parmesan, and sharp cheddar cheese. And we got nice cabbage. And this looks beautiful. I mean, it looks like all different colors, all different, we got a bunch of different vitamins soaking in. I might not be a scientist, but I'm a flavor specialist. And I know this looks good, so it's going to taste really good. Boom. There you got some carne asada fries. We got a base of those French fries we just made. We got our carne asada, marinated with that orange juice, a little bit of cinnamon, chili powder, salt, pepper, garlic, all the goodies. And then on top we got homemade guac, and you got some sriracha mayo.
Alright guys, so here you have it. Finished product, homemade carne asada fries, homemade Jamaican jerk shrimp tacos. I want to let you guys know we are going to be recording all the food that we make at the desert. So you'll be seeing it on our stories, like little sneak peeks, but we will be showing you guys an entire video after the trip of everything that we cooked, a little bit of how we cooked it. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Please feel free to comment down below any ideas you guys have, any foods that you guys want to see made, and we'll go ahead and take care of it. I'm Martin.
And I'm Lewis.
And we're two guys and one grill.